what's up, guys? Welcome to the Retros Network, podcast network. This is a new show we have on kind of like a branch of the Weebcast. I'm calling it the Retrospective.
So inspirational.
This is basically a series or show where we kind of like look back at past shows or animes or whatever, and we kind of like revisit the show or anime. So for our first one, for some reason, we tried to go with No Game No Life. Guys, what was your ratings of No Game No Life before we started rewatching it? Okay, so Peter didn't watch it.
Never watched it.
Yeah,
I'd
what was
give
your
it a
rating?
7.5. A solid 7.5.
So before I rewatched that, I thought it was at least like an 8.5, which is crazy now. Anyways, I think we decided to go with No Game No Life because I feel like it set the trend and like the precedent for Isekai animes. Because it went Sora Online and then No Game No Life. Like these are the first two, bro. And then after that, we have like a whole shit ton of fucking shitty Isekai animes and a couple good ones, but very rarely good ones. And then it was also pretty unique for like everything, for like its color palette. And I feel like it was super popular for its time, but it's kind of not talked about now. I think we know why.
Dude, the first time I watched it, I really thought it deserved a second season. But like looking back, oh my god.
Yeah, we can get back to our opinions on how we think about it. And then so the first segment I'm gonna go to in this series is like we go by what aged well. So what do you think from the show has aged really well?
The art?
Yeah, I think the animation is like actually pretty good. Like even for a 2014 anime that came out 6 years ago, like it still holds up pretty well today.
Yeah, it's better than most of the animes right now, actually.
Tower of
I
God.
fucking hate the color palette, bro.
Yeah, dude, Tower of God is some interesting shit.
Tower of God is disgusting, bro.
Yeah, I'm
That
actually
shit-
so disappointed, dude.
That shit look like a fan-made anime.
Yeah, for real.
So people say it grows on you as you watch, but I'm not even gonna try it. Yeah, the animation is actually on point. Like the opening scene is actually pretty dope, and every single time they go into kind of like a battle scene or like when they play a game, it's always pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And then for me at least, I know Peter disagrees, but I think the color, like the color scheme, the color grading of the entire show is actually pretty dope too. We haven't seen anime with this color scheme like since.
I think
Yeah, it's
there's
like-
a reason why, bro.
But it's like purple and pink, right?
Yeah,
Has
it's
that
like
kind
purple
of
and
palette?
pink, and it's
Yeah.
very like
You
bright.
can't go through
Yeah.
a single scene without fucking purple and red, man. Come on.
But I think
Well,
that's
that's
cool though. I think
that's
it's
what
unique.
people
I
like
think it
about
looks
it,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
That's what makes it stand out from other anime.
They added fucking lens flare on every single scene. Even
I
on
feel
the
like-
indoor ones, bro.
I feel like it makes it like seem like you're in a game though.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
mean, I
like,
guess
the
that's
whole point.
what they were going for, but it's just like, I don't know. It's harsh on the eyes, bro. If the incest doesn't fucking make you cringe, the fucking color palette will hurt your eyes more.
I feel like the opening's also, of course, a classic. That shit is like literally goated.
Yeah.
Opening's the best part about that
Yeah, the
show.
opening is fucking amazing. Like to this day, I still listen to it, even before we did the rewatch. And then all the aesthetic parts of it, it's dope. So like the art, the color grading, the animation, the opening, everything aesthetically is really dope. Which is why I think we wanted to rewatch it, because we just look at the cover, you're like, this is a dope ass anime. But then like we talk about what didn't age well, we're talking about like the fucking characters really didn't age that well. They're like super over the top. Like what the fuck?
They don't have any reason to be that over the top. Like, why is his sister like in love with his brother?
I know, and like
There's
well,
no reason.
That is funny. Like I think she balances it really well, being over the top while also being a pretty real character. But she's like the gag character, so it works for her.
What
Why
about
is
Jibro?
everybody over the top? Jibro was like she's like an eye over the top, but her whole like slave complex being coupled with the fact that she also looks down on humans is also really weird. But then yeah, like that I think is kind of weird. And then it's like it reminds me of Konosuba, but Konosuba knows it's a comedy, so it works that all the characters are really over the top. Because like Aqua is like super over the top, Darkness is super over the top, Megumi is super over the top, so it works. Like with a show with No Game No Life, it doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a comedy, and like the fan service doesn't hit either.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's some part where it's like in the beginning, I think it was okay, and then it just got way too fan servicey.
Yeah, like come on, dude, incest. For real.
And then I think the Isekai tropes isn't really like it didn't age too well, which is it technically its fault because we said it set the precedent for Isekai animes. So it's like it started the trend of like having a bunch of harems. The main character's OPS shit. They're trying to become like the king or the ruler, or they're trying to beat the king or the ruler. Like that's the fucking or the god.
That's the whole.
I guess, in this
That's
case.
literally the whole premise of Isekai, though.
Exactly every single Isekai anime, right? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, I can't
it's-
think. What do you want Isekai anime where the character is OP and doesn't have a harem?
Oh, Shield Hero, hello.
We're talking about
What do you mean that
Shiro.
fool's open as
The
fuck?
pool's
He's
OP.
not. No, that fool was not OP at the beginning. He got smacked, dude.
And then he became OP, right? That happens to every
Yeah,
single
he
Isekai too.
did. He
It's
did.
not
But
so- It's Subaru is not OP,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
yeah.
low
yeah,
key,
Subaru is,
being able
yeah.
to recover is OP as fuck. Being able to
No,
repeat life is
no,
OP.
but having your fucking
No, but
mind
that was
fucked
a
every
bump.
single time you die, is that OP?
Being able to come back to life is OP, bro. No matter what you say, it's OP.
Okay, but no one remembers you.
And that dude got a harem too, so it don't even matter.
You got a harem?
Yeah, he has
But
Rem,
once he dies,
Amelia.
it's gone. It's absolutely
Oh,
gone.
then whoever else he adds eventually. So once Rem is gone, the harem's gone.
No, once he dies, it's completely gone again.
He has to rebuild it.
Yeah.
True. That's like it's
And
like games.
he's not
That's a
even trying to
respawn.
rebuild it. He's just trying to get Amelia.
Yeah, but all of them were Shoot Hero has a harem. The only non-OP guy is freaking what's it called, Kazuma from Konosuba. But that's the
Kazuma?
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Comedy.
Low key, yeah, does have the most OP ability at like all time though. Steal. He steals fucking
Oh,
chicks.
yeah.
It's just,
That's
it's just so
yikes, man.
funny, dude.
Yikes.
It's just actually funny.
Oh yeah, and he never loses rock paper scissors either.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because he's like insanely lucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those parts are probably the ones that aged the worst. Of course, there's like a crap ton of exposition in the beginning, which is like insanely boring. Like, On literally fell asleep when we did our watch throughs like 7 times.
How many episodes did you actually watch on?
Like 4. It says something when you fall asleep during a fucking watch through, dude.
We always started late, but it wasn't like crazy late. Like we
Nah,
had like way later.
I've been
ones, yeah.
staying up till like 3 or 4.
This
But
shit
what
puts
if-
you to sleep, bro.
Yeah,
It was freaking
exactly.
like Ronda Rousey just in chokehold, bro. All right, but what would you guys say like all together is the best out of No Game No Life?
An opening.
The opening?
Oh,
I kind of
sick.
agree, but just to go give you guys something different, I think besides the opening, I think it'd be either the animation or the color grading for me.
I don't think the color grading aged well because no one uses it now, and there's a
True.
reason why.
True,
That's
but
what I
think
said, bro.
I
Okay,
think the
I'm
uniqueness
just saying
of
I
it is
like
good.
it, but
Yeah,
just other people don't like it.
maybe I liked it.
Yeah.
What gets aged the worst?
The color grading.
No, bro.
Fuck you. It's not the. There's no way it's the worst. There's no way it's the worst.
It's the fucking incest.
How's it not the
Yeah.
how's it not the worst if no one
Okay,
else
so
uses it?
you're saying the color gradient is worse than incest and hitting on 11-year-old girls.
Yeah, sure. The pedophilia is pretty bad.
The thing that made me want to stop watching the most was the color grading. And
Really?
I can't lie.
I think mine is like the characters being a little bit too over the top because I feel like that kind of ruins scenes. Because like I get the color grade, right? For me, that's not too bad, so I can't really comment on that.
Or like the only reason
Um,
why is because the animation was really good, and then
Yeah.
the
Kinda
art
covers up for
style, like if it was all black and white, like the art,
Like a
the
manga?
drawing was really good. But
Yeah.
it's just the color grading and the lens flare in every scene is what made me like. It's like, damn, bro, this could have been like fire, but then they ruined it with the fucking purple and red in every single fucking scene.
I didn't mind it too much. I actually liked it, but
It would have been fire if the characters weren't like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The characters.
Because then the characters being so over the top and being kind of like way too ridiculous kind of takes away from every single scene because the incest only happens every once in a while, and then the color grading is there all the time, but for me it's not too bad. And then like stuff like that is not too bad because it only happens every once in a while. But the fucking like the characters are in every single scene and they're always exaggerating everything. Like holy shit. So for me that's like crazy. I feel like one thing kind of saves it, but I'll get to that later. Let me ask you guys like what was because I told you everything's like super over the top. It's super isekai and like there's nothing more isekai than ass pulls. So what do you guys think was the biggest ass pull from the series, bro?
The hell is an ass pull?
So it'd be like it's like plot armor. So it's like they're about to lose, and the main character pulls something out of his ass to win. So it'd be like Naruto,
Looking out to breathe, dude. That shit made no sense.
yeah, or it's like when Naruto Sasuke and Nora got like 6 path powers.
Yeah.
They got shit on by Madara.
The biggest ass pull is like, you know how they're like weak outside of life, right? Right.
Yeah.
So during the game against the beast animals, they just like started going fucking 360 no scoping, dude.
Oh, and start like snapping
Yeah.
everybody.
You
That's
see fucking Shiro, she fucking dodges bullets, bounces bullets off the fucking
Oh
wall.
yeah, bro. Like these.
You genius.
When the fuck did she learn to do that in real life?
Yeah.
That's true. She can do it in the game. When did she learn how to do it? Yeah,
You know,
It is
this
a
shit-
game, but it's like a simulation. It's like
You
sort
know
of.
they never did any cardio, bro.
Yeah.
That's true. They should be gassed, bro.
Cardio, puffing and puffing in every scene, man. That's what you should have them do.
Fucking vomiting in the corner, bro.
Bro.
For real.
I think the whole game where they were in the library was pretty ass fully.
Yeah, it was.
And they're like, "Oh, I knew you'd say this exact word or whatever." And then it's like, "Okay." it's like okay.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
cool.
buddy. Dude,
I
the,
think that
chess,
was the biggest. That was
the
cool.
chess scene was fucking asshole too.
Which one?
The chess scene.
Oh, when he
Yeah.
was being like,
Yeah,
Russian guy or
fucking
whatever.
chess off of charisma.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. too.
Like, what the fuck?
Okay, now I'm asking you the biggest question I have. What's worse, the fact that Shiro was Sora's sister, or the fact that she was 11 years old?
Incest, bro. Incest is worse.
I gotta give it to pedophilia.
Yeah, I
actually.
think it's pedophilia too. I think the fact that she's
Bro.
11 years old is a little worse than sister fucking.
Okay, but like, I'm not saying that pedophilia is okay. Like, both of them deserve equal punishment if it was a crime. But like, if you think about it, like statistically, there's more pedophiles than incest people.
Okay, I get it. Hear me out here, right? When I hear someone like they fuck their sister, I'm like, yeah, that's freaking nasty. You should be shamed, right, or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
boom, that's it.
But-
But if I hear like, hey, you like to touch children, I say like, you should fucking die. Like that's my reaction.
Yeah,
Right.
and about the incest shit, like it's pretty funny actually. People meme it, but for pedophilia, you can't go anywhere. You go straight to jail, man.
Yeah, you go straight to jail, man. That's facts, bro.
But like, you have to think about it from the perspective of the writers too. They're trying to reel in an audience, right? It's like more people. I'm not saying most people, but like generally, there's a larger population of pedophiles than incest people.
That doesn't make it right.
I didn't say make it right. I'm just
That makes
saying
it better.
Okay, none of them are right, but
I
jeez.
think liking little kids is grosser because I feel like there's like deep psychological issues. Like I don't know, like
I agree.
Yeah,
Liking kids is gross.
but I think it's grosser than the sister part. I think they're both gross, right? But like one's like down here and one's like
yeah,
this.
Not
they're
but,
very
like,
close.
even-
They're very close though, very close.
But like, even as adults, like if your little sibling was like 20 and you're like 25, it's still gross.
Are you
Even
talking
if
about your own sister?
This sounds like-
anyone's sister? I'm telling you,
14.
anyone.
I mean, that's true. It is gross. But, hey, they're both really gross, right? But the fact that he also likes, the fact that he likes them together is Sora's a fucked up character, bro. No excuses. This
Yeah,
dude is
no.
nasty as hell. Okay. All right, let's go to the awards. Let's give this show some awards now. All right.
Deserves no words.
It's messed up on. If it's on the retrospective, it's gonna get some awards. So my first one is the most rewatchable scene. What do you think is the most rewatchable scene? Because this kind of is what retrospective is. We're like gauging.
Where he's fingering G-Bro's wings.
What?
Yeah, so wait, let me get to the
Oh,
nominations.
no.
Let me get to the nominations, okay? So the most rewatchable scene means that the most scene that you'd like ever go back and like search on YouTube, be like this scene, whatever, right? And then so on the retrospective, it's kind of like its job to gauge the rewatchability of a show. So the nominees are we got like the opening poker scene, the one where the Sora plays that one chick in front of the shop. We have the rock paper scissors between Sora and Steph. We have the chess match scene between Kurami and Sora, I believe. The wing fondling scene with Jabril.
Yep.
We have the word chain gang, plus the incest kiss. So there's that. We have Kurami versus Sora 2, the one where Sora gets like erased from existence. We have where Steph saves everyone asses in the final game. And then we have the coin toss at the end. All right, guys, what do you think?
It's got to be the fucking poker scene at the very beginning.
The very beginning.
Honestly, that's what I'm most disappointed about is that was the best scene because like the way that they did it, like this fool is out to con you, you know,
Wait,
and like he does it legit too. But then after that, like it's all just plot armor.
yeah, but the thing is, like, anime is meant to be plot armor. It's like full
know, but, like-
bullshittery. That's what
but,
makes it entertaining too.
It's kind of true.
No,
I mean, that's why
is the
people
best-
like fucking fairy tale.
It's like one of those animes where, or any kind of show where the first couple of like episodes gives off a completely different vibe than like the next 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's meant to be like this, but then it ended up like fucking nothing but plot armor.
I kind of get what you mean. I kind of get what both of you guys mean because I get like this crazy like power ups and shit, right? That's what we like in anime.
Like on you read Promised Neverland, right, man?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing. It's like season 1 of the anime, and then like the rest of it that you would see in the manga. It's like the genre almost like completely changed.
Mhm.
So it's like when you have fans or like people that are coming to watch for a certain reason, expecting something, and then they watch for a little while, and then after that, it's like it's not what they expected. So like, kind of sucks that the one of the earliest scenes is like the best.
Yeah, and I get what you mean. For me, I don't think the poker scene is the best scene. I think it is either the coin toss, which is the final scene, or the chess match scene, because those are the two I remember the most. Even before we rewatched it, even though the chess match scene wasn't pretty assful, I think the whole beginning part was pretty cool, where you see the dynamic between Sora and Shiro like already, and it wasn't incesty. It's more like we got each other's back type of thing, and we cover each other's weaknesses, which I think is a really like main point of the show. And so I think those two show it the most. And I think the coin toss scene is just pretty badass because then he shows that you don't always have to win a game in order to actually win. And then, it actually showed the true philosophy behind Sora's motives. So those are my two I would probably pick. If I choose one, I would choose the chess scene.
I like the library scene. Like, I'm into Flash and that kind of shit. So
Oh, like when that guy just said the nuke from the first jump.
it was just like, I'm a sucker for entertainment. That's it.
It's just like nuclear bomb, and the nuclear bomb just dropped. Holy shit!
But it was just really well animated and shit. Like, you can't argue against that.
That's true. That shit is actually dope too. If it wasn't for the kids at the end, I thought
that was sus as fuck.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit was pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right. So for our next award, we have the MVP of the show. So this person carried the show on their back, did the best, is the most likable character, is what made you guys want to watch it in the first place. For our nominations, I only got 3 characters. I got Sora, I got Shiro, and I got Steph. Sora and Shiro. These are the 3 biggest characters, so that's why the 3. Huh?
You don't have Jibril in there?
I'll put Jibril too. But she came in later, so it would be harder for her to win, I feel like. I'll put Jibril. Okay. Sora, Shiro, Steph, and Jibril. These are the 4 characters with the most screen time. So I think they have the highest chance to win. If you guys want to submit somebody else, that would work too. But I feel like these are 4 most likely candidates, probably.
I'll take Steph. She's the only one that made me chuckle a little.
Me too. I thought Steph was legitimately funny. I feel like she's like a literal like Konosuba character. Like they took her out of Konosuba, put her into the show, and I freaking love Konosuba. So I thought she was pretty funny. I think she played her role because her role was to be over the top. She was like the gag character, and then so it was okay for her to be over the top because that's where her archetype kind of does. And then she fit that role really well, and she also had like actual issues she had to overcome and grow as a character. Because you see that she actually has like, she cares about humanity and her kingdom and everything. And she has a deep connection and she idolizes her grandpa. And she actually has to go through these struggles. And so for her to actually be like that deep of a character, even though she's also a bad character, is pretty cool. So I think Steph does a lot.
Only if she wasn't enslaved.
Peter, who do you think it is?
Yeah, if it's for entertainment, I would say Steph. Because like she got the funniest lines, I'm not gonna lie. But for the plot, it has to be Jibril, bro, because she's literally the strongest person in their entire group.
You can look at the MVP any way you want to look at it. I look at it more as a like entertainment value, like who carries the show. But you can also look at it as plot. In plot is not. How's it not Sora?
Because Sora. He was still
Sora and Shiro drive the plot.
Yeah, they came up with all the ass pulls. They're literally MVPs.
Yeah. And how does Jibril further the plot? Because she got fucking enslaved too.
But she's hot.
She's going nowhere.
Oh my god.
Oh, this fool, dude.
Oh, we have a best girl category coming up later, so we can get to that later. But the next one is the LVP, the least valuable player. So if it's plot or whatever's or entertainment value, I'm going off entertainment value personally. Give me your least valuable players. I don't have nominations for this one because I don't want to like make any bias.
I say Shiro, bro. Shiro was boring as hell, bro.
No, for me it was Sora, bro.
Sora, yeah.
Yeah, I think Sora's just like he's cool, but then maybe because I had some kind of like skewed view of him from my childhood, where I viewed him as like super badass of a character. But watching back now, he's not as badass as I thought he was. He's like kind of a simp for his sister. So I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Like being a simp. How can you be a simp for your sister?
Yeah, and then I don't know. He's also like I don't know. Like I know he's supposed to come off as like this. Like you know, Kazuma is kind of like this main character protagonist, but he also comes off like he's pervy. He's very weird. He's also the main character, so it's kind of like he balanced that pretty well. Because you never actually grow to hate Kazuma. I feel like Sora is like, what happens if you try to do that, but you do it really wrong? So he comes up as like this super pervy, but has like when he's serious, he's very serious. But like, it just doesn't come off right to me, and that's why I think the show isn't as good on the repeat because like when your main character is actually like it's just pretty bad. So that's not a good thing for your show, bro.
It's just nothing I want to spend time watching again, bro.
I know. I don't know why we fucking chose this. Like, I know why we chose it because like
I think you hyped it the fuck up.
Were we watching it with different eyes or something?
We hyped it up because we thought it was good.
I know. Were we fucking watching with like different lenses or something like some shit, bro?
Well, when you're a 6th grader watching it, yeah, obviously.
It was that long ago.
I honestly think it might be because it was the first, like, besides Sword Art, right? Let's not count Sword Art. It was pretty much the first Isekai anime after Sword Art. So the whole idea of the badass character, like, super OP main character coming up with all these, like, things, like, almost like Death Note, right? Like, the guy is so smart, he can come up with all these loopholes. We haven't seen it. We've seen it a bunch of times now. because we've seen it in like Shiro, we've seen it in ReZero, we've seen all these fucking other animes like Slime, right? We saw all these other animes in No Game No Life. Watching it after all those new ones who are significantly better in my opinion, it doesn't even compare. Honestly, the least valuable player is the fucking isekai genre, because if there wasn't isekai genre and there was a bunch of anime that were like this but even better, then it wouldn't hurt it as much.
That's true.
Yeah, there's a crazy amount of good isekai anime right now. And if you look back at it, this shit can't compete. It's not even close.
It's like one every single season, or at least one
Yeah.
every year. Like
I
a
mean,
new one every year.
Most of them are, let's be honest here, most of them are terrible.
Yeah, most of
but
them are trash, but there's a couple good ones. Like
there's gems.
yeah, and they all kind of fill different roles, because like Shooter Hero is now the actual like seriously good isekai that's trying to be an isekai, and then ReZero is like isekai if the character was not OP as hell. Like isekai gone wrong basically, because that guy like thought it was gonna be a dope ass life, and now he's like
Yeah.
struggling as
Then
hell.
you have Konosuba,
Who's
comedy
like
isekai.
it's like a parody isekai. So they all kind of fill different roles within the genre now, which is pretty cool. So for our next award, I think it's a pretty fun award. This is like a troll award. It's not troll, actually. It's the most serious award here, right? It's the most important award. It is the biggest simp in this anime. So simp could be anything, right? It's simp for anything. It doesn't have to be a woman. It doesn't have to be a guy. He's simp for money. He can simp for games. He's simp for wins. Simp for whatever. Simp for to be king. Whatever, right? Who's the biggest simp?
Shiro.
All right,
Shiro.
let me go to the nominees.
No.
Let me go to the nominees. There's a lot, I think. This is a big debate we can have. I think is it Sora, Shiro, Jabril, Steph, Kurami, or Fee? Fee's the elf, by the way. Who is the biggest simp?
Shiro.
No,
Why?
Sora. Dude, Sora wants to lick that pussy up.
Whoa.
Which one
That-
though?
That incest lolicon
No,
pussy.
but Sora's a pimp.
That's
So
true.
you
Sora
got-
doesn't have a harem.
Yeah.
Sora got a harem. Shiro.
Yeah, but he doesn't let's be honest here, he doesn't care about anyone else other
No,
than
but
his sister.
Shiro's the one that is like hella jealous and shit.
That is true. Remember when that one game where he shot the love gun or whatever?
Yeah, but have you seen the way Sora talks about Shiro though?
That is true. That's
Shiro
pretty simpy.
talks about him the same way.
Not in
Alright,
the
guys.
same way. Not
Let-
as the same level.
Let me lay it to you guys, bro. I think Steph might have a shot at being the biggest simp. I think she's simps for humanity. This girl was like, this bitch was like so desperate. Remember, she played like 7 million games and became naked for the sake of humanity. This bitch was for real simping, bro. Like, remember when she was basically naked and turned to a dog? That's
Oh yeah.
that's some desperate shit. Like, I would not do that for any chick. So the fact that she did that means she's really loving humanity.
Hey, but she didn't have a choice to get naked, bro.
Because she lost, she bet her clothes and her dignity as a human being and became a fucking dog.
Karami's a pretty big simp for humanity.
Ramen?
No, she's a
Not
snake.
really.
She's a snake. She's sticking off to the elves, bro.
What do you mean? She was raised as a slave to them.
Exactly. You can't send out her for
Exactly.
humanity. You can send as hard as like Steph does.
That's true.
Because Steph was like the granddaughter, right? Or some
Yeah.
shit like
All right, now on talking about Steph and Kurami and Fee, we move on to our final award. Debatably, probably with biggest simp is also one of the most important awards that we have. We have best girl. So the nominations are Steph, Jabril, Kurami, Fee, Izuna, who's that fucking the beast chick,
the anime.
Oh,
Yeah.
take her out.
Or-
Isn't she like a child?
She
Shiro.
was a child.
Shiro.
Take
we
Shiro
never get her
out.
age. We never get her age technically, so.
She looks
Shiro
like
is
a
off
child.
limits, bro. Shiro off limits.
Let me tell you guys why it's Shiro. Okay?
No, bro. that
11
shit-
is just an age. I'm just
Aw,
kidding. I'm just kidding. See how-
what the fuck? Dude, that ain't funny, dude.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want you to go to
good
jail,
luck.
man.
Oh,
Number is just an age. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not making any money off of YouTube now.
All right. Who do you guys think it is?
It's Jibro.
It's Jibril. All
What?
the
It's
characters,
Steph?
no, all the characters fucking suck. So I just choose the
I-
hottest character.
I think Steph is legitimately a good character, and I think she's honest. So I don't get it. You guys think it's Jabril? Is it because she got
Yes.
wings?
No, and because she's hot.
Man, I don't fuck with the yandere types, bro. I think Steph is the best. I think she's funny. I think the fact that she's so dumb is also plays into her character is really cool. So
I don't know, man.
Dumb is an understatement.
We're not the
Maybe
ones who
I
put
think
Shiro
is
in
like
this.
I like dumb characters or something. 'Cause I like Chica too. He's also pretty like not there. I don't know. Maybe it's tight, bro.
Okay, well,
I think Steph's
who's
the
Chica
best.
who's Chica competing with in that anime?
I don't think
No
this is wait, Quad
Oh
thinks
wait,
this is Kaguya.
Kaguya, right? Kaguya. I do think Kaguya is better than Chica though.
What? You're crazy. And you know what? I posted the Chica Snapchat TikTok to TikTok, and then everyone was saying Hayasaka was the best girl.
What?
No, servant, her blonde haired servant or whatever, her maid.
No.
The blonde haired girl, the maid.
Wait, she is?
Hayasaka. She's the one who
Yeah, no,
drives her, like always with her.
She isn't.
These people,
just
these
isn't.
people gotta be watching with like two.
And it had the most. It was like most liked comment. They were like, "Oh, so did Hayasaka just die? She's best girl." And I was like, "How's this the most liked comment on my TikTok?"
Oh, bro. These people watching with like terrible quality, man. They're watching with 244p on their shit or something. They can't see.
Chica is easily the best girl. I think it's Kaguya.
Kaguya?
Yeah,
Well, it's because me and Qual read manga. That's why.
hating, bro.
She evolves.
Whether
She
it's
evolves.
pages or it's animation, Chica is always the goat. Okay, that's like
She's an entertaining
Proverbs,
character,
bro.
but like
That's like Matthew 3:15. Chica's always the goat.
she's an entertaining character, but Kaguya she's just a better waifu.
No, she
She has a
isn't.
whole, she has a whole
Bitch.
outro for herself.
All right, so yes, they use Jabril. I think it's that's a 2-1 vote, bro. Jabril is for real best girl. That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
It's just because that wing scene, bro. This bitch like hates humanity. She eats your ass, bro. Literally.
That's not
Like, what it? All right, that's a 2-1 vote. So let's go through the awards again. The most rewatchable scenes are a split vote between the chess scene, the opening poker scene, and then the word chain scene. The MVP is Steph. I agree with that. The least valuable, the LVP is Sora. Is that what we agreed on? Wait, on who'd you
Sora?
go for?
Yeah.
I forgot what I said.
I put Sora.
I put Sora too, yeah. So
I
the
think I
least
said
valuable
Shiro.
player is Sora. You voted for Shiro,
Yeah.
which I think is not even that. She's not even that bad. She doesn't do much. She's not the least valuable. The biggest simp was it was split between Sora, Shiro, and Steph, and the best girl is Jabril.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Okay, now after rewatching, guys, at least for me and On, I know our ratings have changed. Let's all give our final ratings after rewatching No Game No Life.
I give it a 6, bro.
5.5.
6.5. You guys are being too hard. I think it was entertaining. I don't think I'd watch it again. One of the other questions I want to ask is, would you guys recommend this to a friend?
I wouldn't.
It's a good starting anime, I guess.
It depends how far in they are. If I think if they're
Dude, if you had a friend who didn't watch anime, why would you show them this one?
Okay, I would
Incest and pedophilia.
no, I
It's-
think it is depending on the person. I think I would.
usually recommend Fairy Tail, but if they're not into long series, then it's gotta be No Game No Life.
You wouldn't?
You
I feel
wouldn't
like
recommend Attack on Titan?
no, because I feel like
No,
if
Attack on
you never,
Titan's like
if you never experienced anime before, and the first scene is the guy's mom's getting fucking yammed on by a fucking big ass Titan,
yeah.
then it's kind of
I feel
holy
like-
shit. What am I
that's
watching?
I feel like that's what makes it. It's like
Well, the thing is, Attack
the
on Titan.
stereotype for anime is like a bunch of weebs, like little bitches.
Well, yeah, but
And
Attack
then
on
you
Titan
see
is
them watching
fucking
some shit where like some dude's mom gets their shit chomped off. Like
yeah,
that's some crazy shit. They go, whoa, shit! I didn't know
Maybe.
anime was crazy like that.
yeah. It is a good hook, but like Attack on Titan's fucking goated. It's like one of the best anime out there. So if you watch a goated anime first, it kind of turns you off to like the other anime choices.
That's true. I would, yeah, I did, but I think if the fact this is the first isekai that they ever watch, I think that's important because if it is, then I feel like it works. I feel like this anime works if you haven't watched other anime. When you have something to compare it to and you see the tropes, then it loses some of its significance. It's almost like Fairy Tail. And what On said, if Fairy Tail is your first anime, then it works because then the lines don't seem cheesy. The stuff doesn't seem overplayed. But when you've watched like Naruto, when you watch all the other shonens, and they every single time Natsu gets saved by fucking the power of friendship, then you're like, damn, bro, this is like the 7,000th time I've seen this. But it's only really like the 30th time. And then my final question for you guys, after the ratings, after the recommendations, does this season or does this series deserve a season 2? Would you watch a season 2?
Would I watch a season 2?
Yeah, would you watch season? First, do you think it deserves season 2? And if season 2 did come out, would you watch it?
I think there's enough people willing to watch season 2.
Yeah, there's
Like,
people.
or there's enough demand for one. I don't know why there's so much demand for Log Horizon season 3, but like I can see why this one has.
Dude, Log Horizon's kind of good. I'm telling you, it's not like
kinda
great,
good.
but it's like it's better than No Game No Life. I think when I did the Isekai Reiki, I ranked it like 3rd. So
Yeah, I know that shit was
Goddamn.
good. I was like, are you serious? Log Horizon?
it's like
What?
it's very political. Like it's about like you actually get to learn about the world and the nations that are in the world.
But you
get
had
stuck.
it ranked higher than Sword Art?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
anything.
Sora got worse. I kind of have to
Sora-
like.
No. But you only put first 12 episodes on there.
Oh yeah, because when you guess, I don't like how they jumped from like they were on like floor 50, and all of a sudden they jumped to 75, and they're like, guess what? You don't have to make it to 100. Let's do the final battle now. I was like, okay, that's kind of rushed, but whatever. I don't like
That's
that part. If it didn't end on the first like 3 episode arc, then it'd be 2 or
Dude,
1.
They could have used the whole 25 episodes to like build up to 100.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
what
saying. That's what makes me the most mad. Why'd you just add freaking the fairy arc
The
in the same
fairy
season?
arc, yeah, because the
You
fairy arc
don't
was
need it.
straight garbage.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that shit killed it.
you do not need
Shit
that.
killed it.
Oh my god, that's what made me so mad. You could have had like, because all of a sudden like Kirito meets Asuna and like in 3 episodes they're married or whatever, right? I
Yeah,
was like, holy shit, that happened fast. I was like, I really liked how they developed the relationship too. How it was kind of like they were on opposite sides and they kind of like whatever's. But I liked the first like 15 episodes. But then the end kind of was way too rushed for me. Log Horizon's like legitimately pretty good. But yeah, do you guys think it deserves season 2 on?
not at
No.
all.
But it's fucking. I think it can get a season 2. I feel like
I
the fan
I
base
can
is
see
there.
why it would.
I
It
feel like
is. It is gonna get a season 2. Well,
it's been 6 years. I don't know.
actually,
Or
it
You
isn't.
got a
let me
movie, but the
rephrase.
movie's a prequel.
It
I don't
isn't.
think it deserves a season 2, but I could understand why there's a demand for a season 2 because there's some weird ass fuckers out there.
And there's more than like enough content for it because like I searched it up and there's like 6 volumes right now. And season 1 is basically like 1.5 volumes. So it's almost like 4.5 volumes of stuff not been animated. So there's more than enough content.
Yep.
And they're still writing more stuff. Would you guys watch a season 2 if it came out? I think I would try it. I would try the first episode. If they kind of fix the issues, the issues I have a problem with. It's like the crazy characters, the way too much fan service.
Fucking color grading, bro.
Yeah. Wave, they fix the
It's
color
like-
grading. Would you come back?
Maybe.
So you have
It's like they can if they take away the color grading,
And
then
just
that's
turn
fine.
down the characters like 2 notches?
but you don't have
Or-
any gripes with any of the other aspects of this anime.
No, I don't give a shit.
Because you think like at its core, it's a good anime. Like I mean, like the plot itself is like is a pretty decent like idea, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has a lot of potential.
It is. It did. It did. It did.
I think this is one of the most disappointed I've ever been watching an anime though. Very
Yeah.
rarely to ever go back to an anime and like think worse of it. Usually I think better of it when I rewatch it. Like for example, right, I rewatched Promised Neverland recently, and that shit went from like a 8.5 to like a 9.5, like 9.7 or something like that. Like I did a whole last video on it. Like that's how much I love the rewatch. And
I
that's the
always
exact
thought that.
opposite of me for No Game No Life. I did the exact opposite. I fucking subtracted like 2 points. It's
Yeah,
tragic,
that's
man.
crazy.
I can't think of anime that I ever rewatched and I hated it again like this much.
You guys hyped it up a lot too.
I know, I feel really bad.
Like you guys were like, yeah, bro, main character's like OP as shit. He's like badass.
Oh, how did we think that?
My bad, Peter. My bad. I don't know.
Chaozu is more badass than Sora, bro.
All right, guys, let's get wrap it up though for the first retrospective. I hope you guys enjoyed revisiting No Game No Life with us as much as we did, or more than we did, hopefully, because we didn't really enjoy it that much. We're coming back up to more retrospective shit. Damn, why you come at me like that, bro? I'm asking the audience. But anyways,
Comment
I
down
hope you
below
guys.
what you guys want to see next.
Yeah, please let us know. We're probably gonna choose like me and Oliver talking like No Game or Your Line April, something like that. Probably something of a way different genre to cover more variety of stuff. We thought this was a good idea. Probably wasn't. I mean, there's a big fandom, so hopefully this will do something. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what the next retrospective should be down in the comments. See ya.
Chee.
シャキシャキシャキシャキチュキチュキドキドキシュ 森おかえり